Welcome to Carmelita's Corner with Carmelita Pittman, international recording artist, educator, and community activist, with her Plants for Peace Parkway project and Gardens of Life.
Just like a rosebud, oh, I am budding, my heart is opening up so wide. Oh, I am budding, just like a rosebud, my lips are waiting to be planted by you. Hello, my name is Carmelita Pittman, and you are watching Carmelita's Corner. And in this particular case, we happen to be in a mid-city neighborhood which I've been a part of for many, many years. And being a part of this neighborhood, I decided to do a beautification project. Several years ago, an idea was planted in my head, which I'm now calling Plants for Peace. And the idea is to promote beauty in the neighborhood. So this is a beautification project, as I've already said, and it's also going to be an intergenerational project for all ages to become involved. We've taken an everyday object, the tires that are laying around the neighborhood, and painted them and made them into planters. And they are now covered with beautiful bird of paradise. In this case, it could be cacti, it could be many things. Whatever suits your fancy. You can be as creative as you like, and I think that flowers and plants are something that is a life force. We need the oxygen that are produced by the trees, and there's another neighbor that I've heard that is starting to plant trees, and that's a good thing because we need to replace the carbon with oxygen. We must have oxygen to live. So this project is going to take on a life of its own, and we wish to invite you to become a part of it. Here we are with the Plants for Peace Parkways project, and I am Carmelita Pittman, and I'm here with my friend Tracy.
Hi.
And I've invited her because she's also into beautification of the neighborhood. You should see her place, what she's done with it. And we're going to make a special trip to where she lives and visit her garden. But for now, we're here visiting this little space here, which is going to grow. It's already started here. And looking along the corridor here, we're seeing how it's beginning to grow, and the objective is to beautify the neighborhood. This is one of my little pet projects, and it's a labor of love, as you can see. We want to make it grow from one end of the block all the way to the other, and some of the neighbors have already volunteered to get involved, so I'm really happy about that. And I'm happy that Tracy has come to visit us. We're here actually for a birthday party, but we're also taking in the scenery while we're here. So.
It's lovely. I'm so happy you're doing this, sweetheart. It's amazing.
Well, thanks for coming.
It's gorgeous.
Thanks
I think it elevates the neighborhood.
Well, thanks for your support. I mean, we need moral support too, you know.
Yeah.
I am so happy that this plant has just branched out. When it first was placed here, it was sort of a sick bunny. I mean, it was drooping and there wasn't much of it, but I trimmed away the dead leaves, and it must have said thank you, because look at it now. I mean, it has really, really grown, and I'm so happy with it. Yeah, there's more new ones coming up too. When we brought it here in my van, it was nowhere near this size, of course, you know, but it's really, really growing, and I think it's a great addition to the neighborhood too. What do you prefer? This or this? Good morning.
Good morning.
I see you're one of our neighbors here in the Mid-City
District, and I'm Carmelita, and you are on Carmelita's Corner. And you are
I'm shy.
Shy. And can you tell me who that is?
This is Malachi.
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 Well, Malachi, I wouldn't recommend that for your diet. um, anyway, I'm happy to meet you, and we're going to be talking to some of our other neighbors as the day progresses. But I'd like to get your thoughts about a beautification project here in the neighborhood. As you are aware, we've had our share of graffiti. Witness that wall over there. And people dumping things on other people's property where it doesn't belong, such as what was normally the case here in this area. And being a part of this neighborhood for many, many years, I take a great pride and love of this neighborhood and my neighbors. And so I decided to do what I'm calling Plants for Peace. We could definitely use some peace, right? So we've got the tires, which are cast-offs, and hopefully it'll give somebody else some ideas. I've seen other people doing that, where they've taken tires that are abandoned in the street or wherever you find them and painting them. And then I put the big plants in the pots. Of course, my gardeners had a lot to do with installing this. But I just want to thank you for stopping for a minute to give me your opinion about what do you think about the idea of taking this project and expanding it along the street. We've already had 2 neighbors that want to participate.
Okay. I think it's a great idea. I've lived in this neighborhood for 2 years now, and I love it. It's a great location. It's pretty central to everything. It's easy to get anywhere. So it'd be nice for the neighborhood to be cleaned up a little bit. And just, I love all the plants. I love plants myself.
Oh, great.
I got a ton in my own room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my roommate too. We love to garden. This seems like a fun project to clean up our neighborhood.
Well, I love it that you're interested, and we think that it should be a community project, that everybody should get involved in some way. And I want to thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Have a great day, guys.
Okay, you too, Shy, and you too, Malachi. Oscar, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Okay, good to see you. And it's good to meet you and know that you're going to be our neighbor across the street here, and what you're doing for the neighborhood. But you were telling me a very interesting story yesterday, and you started it and then you didn't quite finish. But we want to talk about a couple of things. I want everybody to know how you have found God in your life and how you found Jesus in your life.
Definitely.
And how that has benefited and changed everything for you. And now that we're working on this project together, how that what we're doing is something for the community, for humanity, and how it's all connected with the higher power.
Well, that is very important. It's funny because I think we find the reason why we are here. I think most of the people, they now find the vision. I think we are here because God wants we're making something very important.
Oscar, your story is amazing, how you have survived the odds. And I want to congratulate you on how you have turned your life around and how you have given your life to the higher power. And I want to show the public what you're doing here with this project. This is only one of many of your projects, and you are the director of it, and you are involved in other properties and providing housing for people that need it. I think that's very, very commendable.
Well, it's funny. I have the opportunity right now to say exactly what I try to do in my life. One of the things is doing everything like you do for God, not for the people, because that's a number thing. When you know you got to do a good things like you doing for the Lord, you're gonna do the best. That's what I say. That's what I say. If you love God more than your kids, more than your wife, more than your father, more than your mother. He's going to take care of all your family and making everybody happy. Actually, I want my wife love my. If one day I get married again, I want my wife love more the Lord than me, because I know she's going to do good. So, but that's just one sample. One sample. So that's what I do in these things. When I had the vision about, because that was a vision. When you're find your vision, you find all the provisions. I can tell you, because some people they had the vision, but they don't have the connection with the Lord, so they don't understand where the source is going to come, how it's going to get the money and everything. But I started read the Bible. I get all the information, and God one day say, "Well, okay, so you're ready. Now you are clean," because He helped me. He cleaned me up and everything, and He said, "Well, you're ready to go."
Well, listen, Oscar, I think this is a wonderful testimony, and I also thank you for wanting to join this beautification project. And one day we're going to look down the street and we're going to see beautiful landscaping on both sides of the street.
Absolutely.
Yes, with people, neighbors like you. So
Okay, thank you very
so
much for inviting me.
Thank you. We are here this afternoon with Mr. Garcia. He's a neighbor here where we're starting this Plants for Peace Beautification project. And I'm so happy that he's giving us some of his time. Bienvenido, señor.
Muchas gracias.
Sí,
Muchas gracias por invitarme para acá.
sí, como no. I just want to do a little bit of translation. He said he's working on his English, so he's very happy to be here, and he thanks us for inviting him to this interview. ¿Y cómo se siente de la proyecta que vamos a tener?
Está muy bonito. Me gusta como lo están dejando.
¿Y
Se
dónde-
mira muy bien.
Gracias. ¿Y dónde vive usted?
Allí vivo de la esquina a la siguiente casa.
Aquí.
Sí,
A la-
sí, aquí al cruzar la calle.
Oh, sí, sí, me entiendo. He lives right across the street, which is very close to this property here.
Tengo 37 años viviendo aquí en esta propiedad.
¿Cuántos?
37 años.
Oh, he's been here 37 years. Hace mucho tiempo,
Sí,
¿verdad?
sí, ya hace muchos años.
Ajá. ¿Y le gusta?
Sí,
¿Le
me
su
gusta.
vecinidad?
Sí,
Yeah, he likes his neighborhood just like me. I like my neighborhood too, and I'm getting to know my neighbors better. I think es muy bien para conocer los vecinos que
Sí,
viven alrededor de usted, ¿verdad?
sí.
Ujú.
Y me gusta porque mire, ahora está mejor el área que antes. Antes se vendía mucha droga aquí y ahora se ve muy calmado. Se ve
Sí,
que,
es más
que ya
calmado.
sé, que ya no hay igual de que se vende como antes drogas. O ya casi no se miran que vendan droga.
Y hay más familias ahora, ¿verdad?
Sí, sí, hay
Okay,
más familias.
Yes. He's saying that the neighborhood is more calm now. Before we did have a problem here with people who were on drugs, unfortunately. But now there are more families, it's more family oriented, and everything is like como se guste,
Sí,
más calma.
sí, y luego hace mucho seguido había balaceras aquí. Balaceaban personas. Yo creo por eso mismo que se vendía la droga aquí mucho.
Pues ojalá que eso van a cambiar. Y yo pienso con proyectos como eso,
Sí,
que yo quiero invitar todo el mundo para
Sí.
participar en esto, para tener el orgullo, para mantenerlo
Sí.
bien limpio
Sí, que
y
se vea muy
para
bonito.
mantenerlo hermosa para
Sí.
todo el mundo, ¿verdad?
sí, así es.
Mhm. So I just want to say again that I want to invite everybody, all of the ages, to get involved in this project to help make the neighborhood a more pleasant place to live for each other, and for us to take pride in our neighborhood and in ourselves, because when we have love for ourselves and have some kind of ownership, then we can make it nice for everyone. ¿Verdad?
Sí, así es.
Sí, así es. Ok, muchísimas gracias
Muchas
para
gracias a usted.
participar en la entrevista.
Ándale,
Así.
muchísimas gracias a ustedes.
Sí,
Hasta
que le vaya bien.
luego. Muchas gracias. hasta
Gracias.
luego. Bye. Gracias a usted. Bye.
Carmelita, tell us a little bit about your jewelry, your bracelet, and your necklace.
Well, I'll tell you, I do enjoy jewelry and Jewelry is an art form, and of course, art is the spice of life, and I enjoy wearing it as often as I can. And this particular bracelet was owned at one time by my grandmother, from whom I inherited this bracelet. And as you can see, it has an Aztec flavor to it, and I've been told that the Aztec culture is part of my heritage as well. My grandmother was from La Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City, and that's where I inherited that part of my culture, the Spanish-speaking part. And this necklace is also something that belonged to my grandmother. It's made out of bakelite, which is now considered a rare collectible. And it's part of the collection that I treasure. And my mother was very much into antiques and art as well. And at one time we had a little antique shop together. So this project can take on a life of its own, and we invite you to become a part of it.
Why wait? Why hesitate?
Hello, everyone. This is Carmelita Pittman. This is sort of a spur-of-the-moment interview. I wasn't really quite prepared for this, but I have two new friends. They are passerbys that have been observing what's going on here with my mural. This is part of the Gardens of Life project, and it's connected to the Rose Breast Cancer Society and the Artery USA. And we're here to beautify the neighborhood, and I would like to present to you Michael and Robert of the Church of Bread of Life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, they're doing God's work, and I'm just so happy to meet and know them, and they have observed what's going on here with this project, and I would like for them to give your full name, please.
Michael Thomas.
Well, they just happened to be passing by when I was out here painting the mural, Gardens of Life.
When we came by, I met Miss Carmelita, and we were admiring her work. And it was just a breath of fresh air, and we thought how pleasant it is that she's out here doing this. And immediately her and I sparked up a conversation. We all three had a conversation, and just so thankful to see what she's doing out here. It's really a blessing. It's really a joy getting the community together and, yeah, beautifying the neighborhood. I think it's amazing.
And bringing the people together. And Robert?
Also, yes, Miss Carmelita brings the breast of sunshine and word of wisdom and to the community, and beautiful artwork and a breath of fresh air.
Okay, there you have it. We're blowing fresh air. Okay.
Okay, it looks good. Looks great, Carmelita.
Debajo de los árboles, debajo de los árboles, debajo de los árboles, debajo de los árboles. Yo quiero a ti, yo quiero a ti, yo quiero a ti. Oh. like the water from the sky. You put out my fire, like the drops of water fill the sea.
Welcome to Carmelita's Corner with Carmelita Pittman, international recording artist, educator, and community activist, with her Plants for Peace Parkway project and Gardens of Life.
Oh, I am